Hello, it's me, Sunfire SG, and we're back in the beautiful, beautiful city of Miram, here on the Obsidian Order. And we've got some exciting news for you. So with the update sort of next year, mid-next year, for the cave update, obviously we'll, like most servers, be looking to restart the world then. But there's a big chunk of time between then and now, and we are going to be opening up Obsidian Order to new content creators. If you would like to be on the server with us, if you make content yourself, go in the description for this video. There will be a link to our Discord. Get to know us, put in an application, and who knows, we might see you here. But we have been doing a lot of work here in Miram. I have basically had an extra week. I didn't manage to make any content last week because my health was so, well, garbage. But since we made Bee's house over here, we've added a bunch more. Some in streams and some off streams. But all of them have sort of been decorated in the interiors and everything like that. And I think what we're going to do is, I actually did a couple more. This is a new one that I popped in yesterday. But this one hasn't been decorated, and I have had a few people on streams sort of ask how I go about my interior decorating. So what I'd like to do this episode is kind of give you a rundown of the way I go about sectioning off rooms and the way I go about planning an interior. Because it seems to be something I get asked quite a bit of is you know, how do I make these builds feel alive? Because in the past, when I first started content creation and when I first started Minecraft, I had a habit of building builds, not putting interior walls in, and just having big open rooms, which admittedly, it doesn't give that sort of flavour, that character of life that something like this would do, for example. So we're going to focus on that today, so you can kind of see what I've done in the different areas, different builds, how I've gone about it, and then we'll work together on that property. Close the door, I'm not a heathen, on this property here. So with a lot of these builds, what I've consistently tried to do is have the stairs and the hallway kind of together at the beginning of the build. Now this isn't always necessary, it isn't always essential for your build, but I find that it's kind of nice and sectioning off because the stairs can take up a lot of room in a build. And just by sectioning it off like that, you have the ability to kind of create a wall. So you might as well use that opportunity to do so. In this build, however, we've got the stairs at the back. So we've got an entranceway here, which is going to be a bit more, I don't want to say open plan, because it's not really a medieval thing, open plan kitchens. But we're going to have a bit of an entranceway here, a bit of a mud room, so I might replace this with some brick. I had to look this up. Crafting Mentor said mudroom to me, and I had no idea what that was. But I've since looked it up, and it's kind of like where you leave your muddy boots and your gum boots and all that sort of stuff. So we'll probably have a little brick or cobble area here where people can leave their boots, hang their coats, and then I think I might put in a little chimney at the back of here. I tend to do my interiors before I make the chimney, so I've got an idea of where I want to build. Chimneys can be a bit of a pain in the butt to put in, so having a plan of where your kitchen's going to be definitely makes a big difference. As we head through here, there's going to be a hallway, so in here you probably want a little bit of storage, maybe some seating, just, you know, you've got your nice bay windows here, you might as well make the use of it. And then as we head up here, I'm going to have some dark oak trapdoors here, just to section this part of the build off, make it feel secure, maybe a bit of storage here. And then these will be our first 2 bedrooms in here. Now I could, if I wanted to, turn this into a bathroom. To be honest, I don't tend to put bathrooms into these medieval builds because, one, there's no function in Minecraft for bedrooms, but also for bathrooms, but also I don't know, like we're very limited when it comes to bathroom materials. You've got a cauldron for a toilet, or, you know, a sink a waterlogged stir for a sink. So you're kind of limited in that sense. So I tend to mainly focus on the bedrooms. Bedrooms, kitchen, living quarters, life spots. Because if you're spending most of your life in the bathroom, you probably want to see a doctor. I don't really feel like that's conducive to your health. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of decoration here. Get the mudroom in, put in the kitchen, and hopefully put in the chimney, kind of show you what I've been doing. A lot of these smaller builds here, we're going for the fence with a chimney pot on the top rather than the smokestacks with the campfire. I just feel that because of the size of the build, it works better. So I'll be back soon. So we're just putting in our chimney here. Making this one a little taller. It's coming out the smaller side, the smaller part of the roof here. So I just want to lift it, elevate it just above that, or at the same level if you can. Because just to get the smoke away from the roof, really, it doesn't really matter so much. Now, if we head inside, I can kind of show you what I've been doing. Make the most of your space. Don't be afraid of tight, narrow nooks and crannies, because if you build in medieval, that's pretty much what they were all about. And it makes it feel more alive. I think one of the worst things you can do when you're building is if you have very large open rooms that just you either have to pack completely full of stuff to the point where it doesn't feel natural to have that many paintings or items or chests or whatever. It just feels kind of cramped because of that. Whereas this feels more alive because there is a lack of space. You don't need huge amounts of details, but the details that are there are enough to give a much more lively sense of scale. Another thing I'd say is play to your advantages with your texture pack. Obviously with Germsies, you've got a little bit of this interconnectedness between certain textures, which I absolutely adore. And then we've also got custom heads for things like cakes and stuff like that. And again, use it to your advantage. If you've got them, use them, because it just adds that extra bit of detail. Now I've gone ahead in here and already put a couple of seats. Nothing major, but it's enough to draw the eye to it. Now in here I want to make, what are they called? Tripwire hooks. We'll make one lot of those because I want to put a, oh, maybe not there. Got a little bit of lag then. We'll put it there, and then we'll go ahead and we will chuck away these sticks. I don't think I'll need them. I don't think I'll need them. But that's that one there. We could put a cauldron in here as well. In fact, I might do if we replace this one here with a cauldron. Let's go ahead and do that actually. Where are we? Cauldron. There we go. Just enough iron to make that useful. We'll chuck our bucket of water in there. And while we're at it, not that medieval places used to have huge amounts of taps, but where is that second tripwire hook? What did I do with it? I had it. Did I throw it away? Did I place it somewhere? Oh, I did throw it away. We'll stick that there as well as a little tap. Not essential. Doesn't really make sense in the medieval side of it. I don't think running water like that was a big thing for many places, but hey, Miram is steampunk. Surely we can kind of extend the law a little bit to that and have some running water. I mean, we've got a pump house, so I'm pretty sure that will be okay. But again, here you can see it feels very narrow. It feels very tight, but that's good. We don't have to put anything in here really, apart from maybe a couple of chests, to make this feel like it's alive. And that is exactly what we're going to do now. We've got a couple of chests. And we'll chuck those just behind here, because we can still open them. Still a viable option. Now in the bedrooms, I'm basically going to keep it fairly simple. These are going to be single bedrooms. Upstairs in the attic is going to be a double bedroom. And I'm going to basically fill this with just little knickknacks and things like crafting tables. If you can, try and angle it so it looks more like a chest of drawers, and we could, if we wanted to, then kind of just, oops, kind of just cover that up. Maybe make a little desk here. So if I make some birch slabs, I will admit I don't normally use birch. It's not my favorite building material, but a lot of the builds that I've already done will be using spruce, dark oak, and oak. So I kind of wanted to do something a little different. So we will do that there. So in here I might add some shelving, which again we've got our birch. So we can just do something like that. And I'll put one there as well. We'll go ahead and we'll chuck... I don't really need a lantern on there, so I'll leave that for now. But what I'll go ahead and do is I'll grab some bricks, a flower pot, and... ooh, what's the other one I'm looking for? A red mushroom. I'm getting a weird amount of lag today, so hopefully that doesn't come across in the audio recordings. I might have to check that because this is getting pretty crazy actually. So we need a red mushroom, we need a couple of bricks, and we'll grab one or two of those as well. Do we have any books in here? We don't. That's okay, we can sort that out at a later date. So what we need to do is make a plant pot. Put these here. And like I said, we're just adding a few little life details here and there. I might get a custom head for one of the shelves in here. Maybe. It's probably not essential. This person is going to be right-handed. So we're going to put a red mushroom in there. It's going to turn into a quill. Again, playing to the advantages of your texture pack. In fact, why don't we do a flower pot? Let's do a flower pot with a... ooh, let's do a poppy. Why not? I don't think you can put berry bushes in the plant pots, can you? Which is a shame. So let's do that. And, you know what? Actually, change my mind. Pink tulip. Why not? Plant pot. And while we're here, let's grab a couple of paintings. As soon as we can. Did I put some sticks away? I did, didn't I? So let's put those away. Make a couple more sticks. And a couple of paintings. Boop. Right. Head back inside. Close that up. I'm kind of trying to be sparing on the heads because they do start to lag the game, and I don't fancy that. So I put that there. Flower in that. And what was I doing here? Painting. Stick a painting on there. We want to get probably one of the two wide paintings. So we're going to do that and that. Yes, that works for me. And I think I can kind of call that room done. I'm quite happy with how that has turned out. We obviously then need to repeat that here, which I'll probably do off camera and just show you before we actually head upstairs to this landing. We want to do something here. I'm thinking maybe some seating, maybe some storage, and then we're going to have a master bedroom in here with beds coming out here with a little gap there, and then we might have that as a little walk-in wardrobe. We could probably get away with that. So I will be back soon to do that. I just need to organise my resources a little bit. I decided to switch things up a little bit. So this second bedroom is now an office. I thought it's kind of the perfect size. It works really well. Yeah, I'm happy with how that one's turned out. So that is that room done as well. Again, we're making use of the space, kind of packing it full, making it quite tight quarters, but it does feel like a workable space, and that's what I'm going for. So now we can head up here, and what I want to do here is probably just a little sofa type thing. We will move that to... what have we got there? They're on the edge there, so how can we go about moving that? We could actually just grab these. What we will do is we'll actually make it slightly tighter quarters again, because why not? And we'll just chuck that away for a second while we pop this down. We can grab our trapdoors again, which we have there. And Okay, so what we're going to have to do is place some temporary blocks here. And then hopefully place them in the right spot, which is what I'm not doing right now. Okay, so that has kind of narrowed our stairway a little bit, but I actually don't mind that too much. What we can do here as well, since we wanted somewhere to put the torch back there actually, and then I might go ahead and just make a little table. We're going to use the black stone for this. I'll just do that and place that there. Knock that one out again. I might go around and put a little bit of carpet in here and there as well, but it's not really essential. Like, it's such a small area, carpet rarely comes into play. Occasionally, a little bit here and there does just brighten the build a little bit. I've actually gone ahead and put a little bit of storage in here already, but we're just going to whack a chest down here as well. Now that does remove our light source in here, but that is not a problem because we're going to put our blackstone here. We've got another lantern to pop there. Or maybe here. Ooh, that one. Yeah, I like it there. Then we've got some flower pots as well. We can chuck one down here with a azure bluet. I'm not sure how you quite pronounce that. And then we can go ahead and chuck our green beds down here as our double bed. And as you can see, that's just enough. It's just enough to keep it interesting. Now, I also want to chuck down a painting. We could probably go for a bigger painting here. That works. So as you can see, it's a master bedroom, but it's limited space, and it just kind of works. It just works. It doesn't need to be wide open spaces. It doesn't need to be packed full of things. Just make interesting life spots, and you'll find that you will come away from your interior decorating a lot less frustrated. I used to find myself very frustrated trying to fill spaces when I used to just kind of have open rooms and not plan them out like this. But as you can see, the build is looking very nice. I've enjoyed actually doing this on camera and showing my thought process on it. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I might chuck a lantern here as well. I hope you've enjoyed the thought process behind it and have hopefully walked away with a few ideas and tips that you maybe might not have considered beforehand. But thank you all for watching. I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.